Hello, everybody, and this is another quick update on the situation in Ukraine. And essentially, what we found out today is that the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republics are now going to plan referendums to join Russia between September 23rd and September 27th, when they will take place. And as well as the military control in the Kherson region is announcing that it's going to do the same. And we are hearing news in Zaporozhye that they will be attempting to do the same at some point. So essentially, what this means is there's a high chance that these referendums, whether they are legitimate or not, are going to say yes, we're going to join Russia. And what that is going to allow Russia to do, first of all, is annex the regions. And then after they do that, they will have an excuse to fully mobilize and put a lot of troops and a lot of military equipment into these regions because now, according to them, they are rightfully and fully a part of Russia. And unlike a lot of people, I don't quite believe that Russia is going to declare war on Ukraine. However, what this means is that, according to Russia, these regions are a part of Russia, meaning they will put and pump in as much military equipment and troops as possible into these regions to secure them. And then after that, I believe what they're going to do next is to attempt to storm the rest of the Donetsk region. And they are going to mobilize for this, and they are going to kind of try a large, major, rather slow and grinding offensive, but a steady offensive to gain control of Donetsk. Because according to them, that is now rightfully theirs after the referendums. And they will have that excuse to use essentially the full military to regain, in their mind, control of it. We have word that there is a large Ukrainian troop buildup here, and that they're going to try a amphibious assault on this region right here, which is actually part of Mykolaiv. It is not part of Kherson. However, we don't know if this is true, and I highly doubt it will be successful. Amphibious assaults are very hard to pull off, especially with the amount of artillery that Russia has. In the Kherson region itself, it has come to kind of a standstill, definitely a stalemate. The Russians have actually been slowly pushing the Ukrainians back towards the river. Heavy losses on both sides. Not much news from here. I assume that before the referendum, Ukraine is going to try one last attempt to retake it. I doubt it will succeed, but we will see what happens though. The Russians have been striking Zaporozhye and this region a lot in the last couple of days. They've been hitting dams, infrastructure, power supplies, and really all across the board they have been doing it a lot more ever since the successful Ukrainian counteroffensive in Kharkiv. And over here in Luhansk, I'm sure lots of people have heard about this. The Ukrainians actually recaptured this small village right here on the outskirts of Luhansk by Lysychansk and Severodonetsk. And essentially, this is not significant at all, but it's gonna get them a lot of good coverage in the news, and it's gonna give countries like Germany, UK, US, more chances to say Ukraine is being successful. So we're gonna send more weapons. Ukraine is attempting counteroffensives in Pisky and Avdiivka. However, it seems to be still a stalemate. This region right here is heavily fortified on both sides. Very hard to make quick and significant progress, so not much news from down here. But the biggest news is the referendums that will be happening between September 23rd and September 27th. And in fact, Vladimir Putin is expected to make a speech on the situation fairly soon. We'll see what he says about that. It's going to be interesting. Obviously, European countries are saying that they will not recognize the outcome of the referendum. Because, let's be real, we all know what the outcome is going to be. That's expected from the EU, you know, Germany, UK, France. It's expected. Other than that, that is the biggest news today.